duck, man.
Like Donald, a little bit, yeah.
This one? What does this one sound like? What about this one?
Like a wolf. More bear. All right, Bill, what you got going on over here, dude?
All right, some updates on this side of things. Update number 1 is this thing can get fucked. That thing sucks. We're not syncing our computers anymore. We had too many problems. We couldn't find out a solution. And don't try suggesting any solutions. We tried everything. I swear to fucking God, man. We've tried every fucking thing under the sun and we can't figure this shit out. I don't know. But basically, there would always be a problem. We would get it synced and then his computer would have buffer issues. Or we would get it synced and then my computer would have buffer issues. Or we would get it synced and then it would just do the tempo and wouldn't sync song position. Or it would sync song position but wouldn't fucking be at the correct tempo or something. And it's just not stable enough and we need something stable for the tour, so we're not syncing anymore. And then on here I'm doing a bunch of new cool shit. This here I've turned into a little personal monitor mixer, which is sick. So from my in-ear monitors, this is like my overall level. This is my click level. This is KJ's drum signal coming into my computer. And this is my music level, so I can create my own little mix with these 3 knobs here and then my overall level here. Then I have some awesome racks on here. I have some sick shit going on with guitar rig using some the Beat Masher from the Tractor S12 stuff. And I'm using these 3 controls to mess with that, and I'm using this control to loop shit into its buffer, and then this to change my monitoring between listening to the master output and listening to just the guitar rig output. And then on here I'm going to have a bunch of cool 1 knob racks so I can affect all these stems separately, and then up the top here is my send channels, and on all of these send channels this chooses what's getting sent to this buffer looper, which is in beat repeat. And yeah, that's pretty much what we've got here.
And what are you using for that looper? The guitar rig, right?
Beat Masher and guitar rig, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Super cool.
This one's hella sick.
Loving this thing. Yeah, it's just this really simple thing in Tractor S12. I'm loving it. And yeah, it's really cool. And then pretty much no updates yet on the Korg, except I can. What the hell is going on upstairs? One really cool thing though is that I can loop what I'm playing on my keyboard into the buffer, like this. So then if I click that, it's not looped anymore, and then pretty cool. So I can loop anything that I'm playing on the SPDSX or the MIDI fighter or the keyboard into my buffer, and then I can like change the loop positioning and all sorts of crazy shit, which is cool. I just need to practice how to do it more. So like, let's say hypothetically I'm playing this, you know, then I can loop the bass line. So anyway, that's something that I need to practice.
Bear in a cave.
A bear in a cave?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, if you walk into a cave and you hear that, get the fuck out. Alright. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Sick.
Got some cool samples going on one snare. Got some hi-hats and toms, like one tom.
How are those samples that you're playing going to be in time with what I'm doing?
So we decided to say screw the freaking sync because it just wasn't working. It was like crushing my buffer. It was like, it just wasn't working. Like my set needed to move along exactly the same in the arrangement view as Mr.Bill's. It just wasn't working. And I had everything MIDI mapped. All the different kits for different songs, triggering on and off, and it just wasn't working. So now I'm just going to manually do it. So I've done it manually before.
Hit spacebar at the right time.
We hit spacebar at the right time, yeah. Ableton drifts, of course, you know, because with tempo changes especially, and I just nudge it along, and it works, you know. And I got fun effects on the acoustic drums. So, fun effects on cymbals.
So that's going into your overhead microphone right there, and then that's running back into some effects that you're looping and stuff over here with.
That's right, and so I got eight microphones going inside Ableton, and I got some fun twister effects and things on the acoustic drums. It's fun to put effects on the acoustic drums, like, you know, not very many. You don't see very many bands have like delays and cool shit.
Yeah, man. No one's
stuff.
affecting their acoustic drums. That's super cool.
And then going into just the Roland TD Brain here, and that's where all the triggers are going into. So this is like a hybrid kit of acoustic drums and electronic drums. Bunch of hi-hats, ride cymbal, basic, super basic actually.
Super cool. And then you're sending all of your acoustics out of your computer into this mixer, and then they're getting sent into my sound card, which is a Motu Ultralight, and then I can monitor them in my computer.
Yeah. We tried everything. We tried to Ethernet our computers and work with a variety of Max for Live syncing plugins. They all seem to work, but I think because there's so many tempo shifts and things in our set that it was having conflicting tempo messages, I guess. I don't know. And then we tried to MIDI. We stuck all the drums on Bill's computer, and then I was MIDIing that, and that seemed to work.
But the problem was that I had to have my buffer at like 256 to make it so it didn't crush every time there was a tempo change in my computer, because then I was running so many racks off my machine.
That's right, yeah. So that didn't work.
Because we can't have the buffer at 256, because then all of KJ's shit is too slow because he plays too fast. Yeah,
my buffer really needs to be like 64 or 32 ideally for the lowest latency possible. But still, we still have to deal with latency. There's really no way around it. That's just kind of the way it is.
What we have to deal with is all these fucking cables, man.
Yeah. So our next step is we're going to try to we're going to spike everything, and we're going to loom up all the cables so we don't lose any.
So hopefully by tomorrow's vlog, get lucky, we've got all of this shit all tidy and neat and sorted out really well.
Yeah. For you live producers out there and electronic musicians, I would suggest looming everything, because you don't want to freaking leave your USB cable or your only Firewire cable at the freaking gig and then have to go to freaking stupid Guitar Center to go get it.
How many drum heads do you need, bro?
Well, it's called black chrome, so this is the Onyx.
Because you're using black heads.
Yeah, and then
Blackheads.
Blackheads. Blackheads. So these are the white heads. White heads are a little easier to squeeze than the black heads.
It's a V drum, right? Oh, you mean this one here? It's a clear head.
This is the clear head. Yeah. This is a black head.
Black head.
I wish Roland would make blackheads. I told him they should make blackheads.
That would be cool. I mean, I guess they got these little pads, but they're not really the same.
They don't even sell those anymore.
Oh, fuck. What's your cymbal setup that you're using? Minor, yeah?
Minor, yeah. I got 12-inch hats. I got a wicked China here, Soundcaster. I got this MB10, Byzance Splash. Byzance freaking amazing hi-hat top here. I'm using it as a crash.
Crash?
Mm-hmm.
Actually sounds pretty cool.
The dual crash ride, which is fucking amazing.
How many triggers exactly do you have on your kit? You have one on this snare, one on this snare.
Yeah.
One on this snare.
So this is the snare. So I got 4 snares, but I'm calling this Tom 1. Tom 1, Tom 2, Tom 3, Tom 4. And then 2 snares. And this is the 3rd snare, which is not triggered. I got a hi-hat, and I put a bunch of kick drums on this left side here. So I can do like crazy triplets, like three limb triplets, kick triplets, which is fun. Hi-hat here. Hi-hat here.
And then overhead mics, snare mics.
I got 2 hi-hat pedals and 2 kick pedals.
Why do you need 2 hi-hat pedals?
It's actually a snare right now. Here's the most important thing of a drum set. Right here.
Ooh, the chair.
The most important thing.
Don't call it a stool.
It's not a stool.
Because there's too many poop jokes.
It's not a chair, even though it's called chair, it's called a throne. See what Traeger's doing?
Traeger is our technical guy. He lives in here.
Out here.
What are you doing?
I am mapping everything out so that it makes sense.
You're making a roadmap for us so we don't get lost
Yeah,
when we're
it's
trying
a
to set up at every show.
Treasure map.
Yeah.
Treasure map to amazing sound.
Trevor's gonna put a little pot of gold in our setup for us to find, or a little piece of poop.
Right.
Put a little piece of poop in the setup.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So Studio Essentials here. Pull up bar, so you can do freaking like stupid shit, and then yoga ball.
Do it, 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 do it. That's
You don't
better than
even-
a cup of coffee.
You don't even use a chair in your studio.
This is the stand-up area.
Kevin levitates.
This is the undo button.
Yeah.
That's my giraffe head. Yeah. My wife got me that. It's pretty sentimental.